was riding my bike coming from a station and a car just pull up. And then there no stoplight or nothing. And this guy just pull up.
People. Que pasa, sakpa, say what they do. Now, people, we can end all speculation because we've heard from the horse's mouth. We are talking about the man of the hour. We are speaking about Sikka Rymes. We are speaking about Vybz Kartel protege. And people, he is telling us directly what happened that night. We are speaking about that night when he picked up 3 pieces of corn. We are talking about one in his knee, we are talking about one in his hand, and the next one in his chest. So he is making you know, he is laying out the whole story for everybody in the dancehall space, entertainment space, news, rated to hear. So he was saying that he was going about his merry business on his bike when he was pulled up on by some man in a one car. Now people, when we hear from the man himself, he made it very clear that he did not have any dispute. He was not in any eruption with anybody. People just roll up on him. Some people just roll up on him in a one car. And this is where all HELL broke loose. Because them just blaze it up on him without any reason that he knows. He does not know these people. So basically, him make the people them know that he is not in any conflict with anybody. Him have to just take the necessary precaution. However, he does not have any enemies because he's an artist.
And just start fire shot. Every shot to them fire I count. One in my hand, one in my chest, and the one in my knee. The one in my knee, it make me say, yo, them people are not gonna stop, cause I'm still alright.
Now people, based on his account of the incident, it shows you that this person that basically dispense these corn, these people are some professional. These people are some sharp H00T3R. They came for the target. So basically this tells us that these persons are not some run off the mill. So we are speaking about some trained person because we saw that they hit the bull's eye. We are talking about some people who know the art of SHOOTING. We are talking about professional. Now people, when we consider the type of persons in Jamaica, we are talking about the Popo, we are talking about JDF, we are talking about the soldier, and we are also speaking about these little lame SHOOTERS that are slapping away people on a regular basis. So when we come to a logical conclusion, the possibility or the probabilities are that this person that basically committed this act was either A, Popo, or B, a JDF soldier. People, the truth and the fact is that the least person is that this is actually a random slap away person, point blank and period. Because just based upon the history of what we see going on in Jamaica on a daily basis, whenever these slap away person pull up on a scene, more than likely, we are talking about 90% of the time, it is always going to be innocent victims. However, in this case, we see that it was just Sikka Rymes. They basically hit the target.
And then we just turn the bike sideways and kick it, make it run. I get up and run, go back to the car that is there behind me. Because I have another bike that lead me. Them not shoot the car, them not shoot off at the next person in front of me. Me, them shoot.
So Sikka Rymes is explaining that he had to make a hasty retreat. He have to basically take away himself and people when we think about the condition or we think about the circumstance that he was actually in a convoy. There was one bike ahead of him, there was a car behind him. So therefore he was moving like the president. He was taking precaution. So people, the point that I am trying to make is that when these persons pulled up, they were trailing them. So therefore them know so there was a bike ahead of him and they also knew that there was a car behind him. So therefore they focused on the target and the target was Sikka Rymes and basically them slap up some corn in a Sikka Rymes. And you heard what he said. Every one of the corn that they dispense, all of them hit him in vital parts. We are talking about in the knee, we are talking about in the hand, and we are also speaking about in the chest. And just based upon the fact that they also hit him in the upper body, we can only come to a logical conclusion that they were trying to take him out. However, he was lucky and he lived to tell the tale. So therefore, this is a tale coming from the horse's mouth.
I'm not doing well now, because I don't have my hand I can use to write my song them and do my music again. And can't even move around for my family.
So Sikka Rymes is making the people them know he is emphasizing that he pick up attack in him and he's not able to write his song. So people, we see that they are slowing him down in more than one reason. And he also said that he got one in his chest. So people, we are talking about the KILLSHOT. However, he was lucky, like I said before. So Sikka Rymes should be counting his blessings, and even though him pick up 3 can, one in the chest, one in the hand, and one in the knee, him knows that it could have been way worse. It could have come down to the worst scenario, and people, you know what that is. We are talking about pass away. We are speaking about gone too soon.
Because me most like the breadwinner, so it's not a good feeling right now. I'm a diabetic type 1, so it's kind of hard. But them a try pull through as best they can, and thanks to the doctor and the nurse.
So just based on this interview, we see that Sikka Rymes is making the people them know, the dancehall space know, the people them in the media know that he is slowed down financially because he won't be able to do any sort of show because of his condition. So he is letting people know that he is actually the sole breadwinner for his family. So people were talking about sufferation, even though we know that he is linked with Vybz Kartel. So therefore, Vybz Kartel is not going to let him suffer. He is always going to assist him in any way that he can, financially and emotionally. But he is just making the people them know, say, it is not a good look. And basically, due to the fact that he also suffers from diabetes, we are talking about number 1. So people, we are speaking about a person that is a trying youth. We are speaking about a person that did not make his disability or the fact that he has diabetes. He has a lot of ambition. So he is out there trying to get his. He is out there trying to make a name for himself in a dancehall space. So people, we have to give him some props, point blank and period.
That murder, me hear about it, I think a couple days ago, and that don't have nothing to do, I don't know nothing about that because me and the same family, very close. But people like to turn things around.
He also cleared the air about the situation, about the 3 persons. We are speaking about the 3 family members. We are talking about the grandmother and auntie and the cousin that got slapped away in Waterford. We are talking about in a Portmore. We are talking about in a St. Catherine. He is making everybody know that he is blamed for it, but he has nothing to do with it. As a matter of fact, he is a friend of the family. Now, people, if we remember when this story broke, there were a lot of rumors on social media and specifically on YouTube where some bloggers were claiming or alleging that based upon information where them get from credible source, they were stating that this SHOOTING in a Waterford was because of a reprisal or a revenge for Sikka Rymes. So people, he is clearing the air. He is making people know say nothing no go so, point blank and period.
Some man will go up the road, they own a bridge, and go up the road and do something and come back down here and come do back something to make it look like say other man are you. You understand me? I try, so when it's just the same circle.
So Sikka Rymes is making it abundantly clear that people or persons are always looking for a scapegoat to blame somebody, especially if you are a dancehall artist or especially if you are from the ghetto. So in other words, people are always trying to put up some smoke screen or distract people from the truth, making them feel that the reason or the motive is one thing when the motive is actually something completely different. Or even the suspect or the person that is responsible is completely different from all the people in the media are saying that are responsible. So he is saying that he has nothing to do with it and Vybz Kartel has nothing to do with it. So he is making the people know that he is a musician, he is a dancehall artist, he is a friend of Vybz Kartel. They are not slap away people, they are entertainers.
People should stop judge people now because Everybody have a purpose on earth, you understand me? And if you are done something in a life, for instance, so you own this big supermarket, right? And you're a boss and you do business and it's bad. You can't come back and fix the bad what you do because people are going to have you as that. So you either come and say, come my son or come my daughter, be the no face of the business. But the business are still in the family. So if people want to have Vybz Kartel a certain way or have him a certain way, they're not supposed to judge who around him like the same. So if people are going to say negative things about me, I think they should just know me first.
And we could hear in Sikka Rymes' voice that he was concerned and he got emotional because he is making people know, say, listen, I am not responsible for the action of any person, specifically Vybz Kartel. He should not be stigmatized because of what Vybz Kartel does or because he is a part of the Gaza empire. At the end of the day, it is all about business. It is not about crime. So the point that he is trying to make, or the moral of what he is trying to say, is that he should be judged for his own action. He should not be guilty by association. People, make me know what you think in the comment section.
And Sikka Rymes is a young Trenchtownian youth, grew up in the garrison. A youth see a different future for him and his family. Tell me someone, everybody just take the time out and just take a listening ears and just give me a chance and I work hard for it. I've been doing it for a while now.
He also emphasized that he is a humble person and he is coming from a humble background. He is making the people know that he just has ambition and he wants a piece of the pie. He wants to state his claim in the dancehall industry. He has nothing to do with crime. He has nothing to do with 3 persons getting slapped away. So basically, he just wants to be judged. He just wants to have a fair chance in life. That is all he is asking for. Nothing more, nothing less.
I want to tell everybody because sometimes people wish you good, but it's not ever good is a good. But ever good where them wish me thankful faith and me thanks some of life.
And last but not least, in his interview, he thanked everybody, all of the supporters, and he even thanked the hypocrite because he is making a point that not every kin teeth is a law. So people, you have to be careful of the hypocrites. You have to be careful of the backstabbers. And most importantly, all these persons that are in Jamaica and say that they are crime fighters and Popo and JDF, you can't trust them either. Because people, based on what I see, based on what he is saying, I would come to the logical conclusion that the person that tried to slap him away is not a regular person, is not a run-of-the-mill slap away person. He or she or they are either Popo or they are from the JDF. They are professionals that are trained in the art of SHOOTING, point blank and period. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.